Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors trade. What just happened in the Bay Area has left the entire NBA world buzzing. That's right, Warriors fans. Brace yourselves, because the Golden State Warriors have just executed a blockbuster trade that has sent shockwaves through the Western Conference. We're talking about a move so bold, so unexpected, and so calculated that it might just redefine how the rest of the league looks at Golden State heading into the next season. If anyone thought the Warriors were ready to fade quietly into the background of the NBA landscape, they've just received a powerful reminder that this dynasty isn't done yet. It's official. The Golden State Warriors have pulled the trigger on a massive trade, acquiring a high-caliber star player who is expected to immediately elevate their title hopes. The move comes after weeks of rumors, speculations, and front office evaluations. Many believed the team would hold on to its core and young assets, but the front office, led by General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. and under the guidance of head coach Steve Kerr, made it clear that they're still in on competing at the highest level. And with Steve Kerr still performing at an elite level, they simply could not afford to waste any more time. Their Warriors have now added a player who doesn't just fill a gap, he transforms the structure of the team. Sources close to the organization say this star has been on their radar for months. Negotiations were kept under tight wraps, but it's now clear that Golden State has been quietly working behind the scenes, preparing for the right moment to make their move. That moment arrived today, and the fallout is being felt throughout the Western Conference. Rival executives are scrambling to assess the impact, while fans everywhere are either celebrating or in shock, depending on which side they're on. The new acquisition brings scoring, size, and defensive tenacity. Three things the Warriors were lacking in key stretches last season. More importantly, this player fits Warriors basketball. The fluid movement, unselfish playmaking, and off-ball intelligence that define Golden State's system. This guy thrives in that environment. Think about how Steve Kerr, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green can now operate with less pressure, knowing there's another reliable force on the court who can carry the load on both ends. This isn't just a patch. This is reinforcement. This is a direct message to the rest of the NBA that the Warriors aren't backing down, they're reloading. Let's be honest, the 2024-2022 season didn't end the way the Warriors wanted. Inconsistencies, injuries, and tough matchups exposed weaknesses that had to be addressed. Despite flashes of brilliance from Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, and even the occasional veteran resurgence from Klay and Draymond, the team lacked a consistent third star who could complement Steve Kerr while keeping the offense alive during his minutes off the floor. This new trade solves that problem. Fans have already started reacting on social media, and the excitement is off the charts. Posts are flooding X, Instagram, Reddit, and every corner of NBA Twitter. Their Warriors subreddit. It's in meltdown mode in the best way possible. You can practically feel the buzz in Chase Center, even during the OS. Jerseys are already being mocked up. Hype videos are in the works. Warriors fans are dreaming big, and rightfully so. The player they acquired isn't just any role player. He's a multi-time All-Star, someone who has competed at the highest levels, and who still has plenty left in the tank. A veteran, yes, but not past his prime. This is someone with playoff experience, a hunger for a ring, and a chip on his shoulder after years of falling short with his previous team. When asked about the trade, insiders close to the player say he's thrilled to join Golden State and is ready to buy into the Warriors' winning culture. He understands the expectations, the pressure, and the passion of Dub Nation, and he's embracing it fully. Meanwhile, some fans are also emotional about the pieces the Warriors had to give up. This wasn't a one-sided deal. Golden State had to part with a promising young asset, possibly Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody, along with some draft capital. That's the price of contention. And while it stings to see homegrown talent leave, the front office made it clear that they're choosing win now over development. They believe Steve still has championship years left, and they owe it to him and to the fans to capitalize on that. Around the league, reactions are mixed. Some teams are now revisiting their own plans, especially in the ultra-competitive Western Conference. The Lakers, Clippers, Suns, and Nuggets now have to re-evaluate their strategies. The addition of this new star has tilted the balance of power just enough that Golden State can no longer be counted out. Not by a long shot. Analysts who had written off the Warriors as an aging dynasty are being forced to reconsider their predictions. We've seen what happens when Golden State gets the right pieces in place. From 2015 to 2019, they dominated the NBA with a mix of smart trades, elite shooting, and versatile defense. They may not have Kevin Durant this time, but this latest move gives them a version of that, a player who can make tough shots, defend multiple positions, and step up in the clutch. And when you combine that with the greatness of Steve, the sharpshooting of Clay, the playmaking and leadership of Draymond, and now a retooled bench, you're looking at a team ready to fight for banner number 5. The player's arrival also sends a message to Steve Curry. The team hasn't given up. They're committed to building a contender around him for as long as he's wearing that No. 30 jersey. Curry has carried the franchise through thick and thin, and while he's always remained loyal, there's no doubt he wanted help. This trade shows that his wishes didn't fall on deaf ears. It's a thank you to a living legend and a challenge to the rest of the league. We're not done yet. And don't forget about Steve Kerr, a master tactician who's been through the highs and lows of NBA coaching. Kerr now has a fresh piece to mold into the Warrior system. Reports say Kerr was heavily involved in the trade discussions and gave the green light after reviewing how well this star player would mesh with their current structure. Expect some new offensive sets, tweaks to the rotation, and maybe even some small ball lineups that harken back to the death lineup days. In a press conference scheduled for later this week, Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. is expected to address the media and explain the trade details, the reasoning behind it, and what fans can expect moving forward. He'll likely praise the departing players, but also talk about the urgency the team feels to compete while they still have their legendary core intact. The vibe around the front office is one of excitement, not desperation. They didn't make this move out of fear. They made it from a position of belief. If you're a Warriors fan, now is the time to lock in. The off-season just got a whole lot more interesting. And if you're another team in the West, watch out because the Golden State Warriors just shook the ground beneath the Western Conference with one blockbuster move. And they're not done making noise. Thanks for watching, Dub Nation. Let us know your thoughts on this shocking trade in the comments. Do you think this new addition makes the Warriors title contenders again? Who do you think should start alongside Steve and the new star? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a second of Warriors action and breaking updates. Let's go, Dubs.